Hey everybody, this is Minion Soldier and this is Ship Updates. Now, of course, we're all eagerly awaiting 3.0. We're all very excited, clearly to see planetary landings, but with the update, the recent update of the production schedule, once again 3.0 not on the horizon yet, and not exactly sure when that is going to be happening, though I've forwarded my own opinion on that, and much to the dislike of certain people, but I think it's realistic to take a long view on 3.0 and just say it's going to be a while. But one of the interesting things that did crop up on this week's production schedule was the Super Hornet. Now, you'll remember, and I've got the clip down here, from the ATV from Austin, Texas on December the 8th, 2016, they talked about all the updates to the Super Hornet models, including fixing where the wing joins the main body or the intake there for the Hornet, and a whole bunch of other little fixes, including cockpit fixes that had all gone into the base model Hornet. But the Super Hornet was not done as a part of that update because the Super Hornet has certain hull differences with the rest of the Hornet family. The rest of them are all built off of the same hull, but the Super Hornet is elongated and slightly different. So the Super Hornet was not done as a part of that update. But apparently, it's in the production schedule now. If you go to the new production schedule, and the link is going to be in the description below, all the way at the bottom, the Super Hornet update is there. And it looks like it is scheduled to be part of 261. So, probably by the end of the month, 2.61 is going to be hitting the PTU. And so you'll be able to see, hopefully, an updated Super Hornet model to be more in line with the rest of the F7 family. So that was a pretty cool thing for the Super Hornet. I own one myself, and I think it'll be nice to see that as a fully updated ship. So for those of you who own the Super Hornet and you've been waiting for your update, it looks like it's literally right around the corner. Now, along with the Super Hornet, we do have some more information about another ship that is receiving updates, but it's kind of a pre-existing ship, is the Cutlass. Now, of course, the Cutlass is going to go through some very major changes in the near future, hopefully, but obviously not 261. But some of the changes were elaborated on by Matt Sherman in the forums, and I kind of wanted to go over that real quickly right here. Now, what Matt Sherman is talking about, of course, is changes to the Cutlass turret, in that I guess apparently at some point someone was debating putting it as a remotely operated turret, sort of like the dorsal turret on the Super Hornet, but instead it was decided to remain a manned turret. So it will remain a manned turret, and certain people who have fears that if the turret were destroyed, then it would vent the atmosphere from within the ship. He goes and he allays those fears. And if you actually look, if I can switch to the image real quick, one sec, let me make that bigger. If you look at the interior of the newly updated Cutlass, you can see that there's now a separate entrance to go to the rear cargo area than there is to go into the turret. And so that is like a separated section, and there's going to be kind of a separating plate underneath the turret. So when you move up into the turret, there is kind of like a hatch underneath the chair that closes when you enter the turret. So if the turret is blown off or torn off, it will not vent the atmosphere from within the ship. But of course, with a lot of these small ships, there isn't an airlock to transition from within the ship to outside of the ship, where the atmosphere either might not exist or be different, inhospitable to human life. So with a lot of these smaller ships, you would probably want to be wearing your spacesuit anyways, or at least some type of breathing apparatus just in case. And also, separating all these areas, moving the turret over and then moving the entrance over to the rear, that's going to solve a lot of those conflict issues for a lot of the current owners of the Cutlass when you're trying to open the doorway to go to the front of the ship, but then you're accidentally activating the wrong function, so it puts you down in one of the passenger chairs, or worse yet, puts you up into the turret. It's going to resolve a lot of those issues with the layout being the way it is now. Or at least, we hope so. Now, that was just about all that I was able to find this week as far as ship updates or changes. But of course, information has been kind of scant for a little while now, so I wish there was more, but unfortunately there isn't. But there is one thing that I did find that I kind of wanted to share with you guys because I thought it was absolutely awesome, and it's this piece right here. This is a fan-created image by Martin Vlass of the Drake Dragonfly Black. I'm going to put the link in the description below, right below the link to the current production schedule update. And it's just absolutely awesome. I mean, obviously being a bit of a Drake aficionado, as soon as I saw this, I just thought this was just the most amazing thing. And it is now my desktop background for the time being. So anyways, the link to this is in the description below. I wish there were more updates this week, but unfortunately there are not. So, or at least nothing that I could find. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.
Quantum travel initiated.